literally. Final story of the day is about my man Donald Trump. He had a huge rally in El Paso, Texas. It was enormous. It was huge. It was huge, okay? Huge. Billions and billions and billions. No, I'm just playing. I don't think there were billions. Not even close. But a lot of people. I listened to some of it. I didn't listen to all of it. His rallies, you know, they're very hyped. They're very hyphy. And the narrative around it was Beto O'Rourke, who, let me just repeat, because I know this is only going to get on YouTube. He's not actually Mexican. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter that you're white. It doesn't matter if you're Hispanic. What matters is the content of your character. But I told my Mexican friend, I was like, dude, did you know Beto O'Rourke isn't Mexican at all? Because people actually think he is. They're like, oh, he's one of us, dog. And then it's like, he's like, hey, I'm skateboarding. Beto, baby. And they're like, dude, he's a skateboarding Mexican. I'm like, bro, he's not Mexican. He's Irish. Or look at his Wikipedia. It's 0% Mexican. Doesn't matter. It only matters because people think he is. It's like Elizabeth Warren. It doesn't matter that she's white, but it matters when you pretend to be Native American and use it to get privileges, because that's where the privilege is. You pretend you're a certain minority and they might lower the bar for you. That's just how the system works, or at least did for a while. Anyway, Beto, aka Robert O'Rourke, you know, no disrespect. I'm not trying to hate on him. I'm just saying it's just crazy that like millions of people think he's Mexican when he's not. He had a rally, and I saw conservatives were like, oh, it's not that big, you know, he only had this many people, and it's true, it wasn't as big as Trump's, okay? Trump's was huge, okay? Trump's was huge, and Beto's was not so big, a couple thousand people, and Trump's way bigger, but that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about something that Beto O'Rourke said that is leading a lot of people away from the Democratic Party. It's honestly, I'm having a blast, because it's hilarious how bad all this is backfiring. Trump's approval rating is higher than ever. It's at like 52%. His Hispanic approval just crushed up during all this border talk, because Hispanic people are not the dumb victims that you try to make us out to be. And when I say us, I mean 15 to 25% roughly, maybe 10 to 25%. I don't know. I won't take the DNA test. Recently reported some of the DNA tests are working with the FBI. I posted that link, but ooh, big surprise. Anyway, I'm not claiming responsibility for the whole community. I'm just saying I am part Hispanic. Anyway, they think that people are foolish and naive, and Hispanics aren't. Some are, obviously, but overwhelmingly it doesn't seem to be working. Here's what Beto O'Rourke said. This is a direct quote. I mean, you could look up the video. He said, "We know that walls do not save lives. Walls end lives." Someone in the comment section on Facebook, I don't know if it was on Facebook or maybe it was on Instagram, someone said someone in Beto's family, like, you know, must have lost their life at a concrete factory or something, like, you know, the wall fell on them or something. But it was like a little joke. I totally butchered it, but you get it. It's kind of funny that I messed it up. Makes, you know, it's like Andy Kaufman style comedy. You never know what you're gonna get with me. We know that walls do not save lives. Walls end lives. Walls end lives. Who's we? That's not me, Beto. And don't say we like it's the whole Latino community, because you're not even Spanish. But maybe, I don't know who we is. Texans? I don't care that people don't like Trump. I really don't. Wait, I don't care that people don't like Trump. I don't care that people do like Trump. Like, things like this don't bother me. I get some people say, do you think Trump is childish? Do you think he had to say that? I'm like, probably not. No, I have no idea why he said that, but I find it hilarious. I don't know. I have a sense of humor, so I'm like, I don't know why he said that. Yeah, I wouldn't say that, but I'd be lying to you if I didn't think it was true, and I'd be lying to you if I didn't think it was hilarious, just like the whole breakdown of it. But even if you don't like Trump, even if you love Mexicans as much as you claim to, we all do, but some people just pretend to more than others. I mean, I'm sure some people don't, but to be honest, there's probably more Hispanic people that are anti-Mexican than white people. There's a lot of beef in the Spanish world that doesn't get covered. They're like, all Spanish people love each other and live in harmony, and in the Middle East it's perfect and peaceful, and it's only the white man who's ruining everything. It's like, no, that's not true. If you know any Argentinians and Mexicans and, you know, people from different parts of South America, there's a lot of competition, and there's a lot of racism in the Mexican and Spanish world as well. So that's actually not true at all, and that's why people watch my channel because they're like, oh, finally someone who's not a total piece of shit who lies to me every day. Wow, I didn't know this exists. I'm surprised they let him on Facebook. Yep, I'm here. Anyway, even if you don't like Trump, even if you're an activist for the people of the world or whatever do you really think that walls don't work? Does anybody really think that walls don't work and that they end lives? Like, walls are probably one of the most useful structures in society. There's walls on buildings. There's walls in houses. There's walls on apartments. There's walls in apartments. I mean, without walls, you would have one big room. Don't you like a door and a wall? I think everyone does. Privacy, protection from rain. I mean, border security for your complex. A lot of people have fences and gates and walls. I mean, walls are everywhere. Walls don't end lives. Like, what Beto says is like literally opposite. He said, we know that walls do not save lives. Walls end lives. Walls have probably saved billions of lives in the course of the last couple hundred years. Like, walls are literally extremely important. Like, let's just talk facts here. Even if you don't like the border wall, are you going to act like walls don't work? That's what I don't like. People in pursuit of hating on Trump have literally sold their soul to the devil and sold their soul to the lie. Oh, I don't like Trump. Okay, that's fine. That's cool. I don't like border walls. That's fine. To be honest, I was never like gung-ho about it at first. Now it's like, yeah, build the wall. These people are stupid. But before I was like, yeah, I don't. But like, okay, why don't you like the wall? It's racist. The wall's racist. Walls are racist. What? Like, you cannot like Trump. You could not like border security at the border, but you're going to say that walls are racist? And the walls, like, what? There's walls everywhere in the world. In every complex, at every situation, for security to separate things. Separate your room. Separate your building. Separate your country. I don't know. It's literally how the world works, and they're very effective in doing so. Okay, the wall's racist. Why wouldn't a wall work? It wouldn't work. Why? Explain how it wouldn't. Well, no. So first they say it's racist. Okay, and then you break down that it's not racist, and then they go to their next argument, and then they say, well, it wouldn't work. Why wouldn't it work? I mean, if you have water that's spilling, the stupid thing to do would be just take bucket after bucket after bucket, and the water's spilling in, and you're like, oh, it's going to go away sometime. No, you got to seal whatever it is. You seal it. And then if the water leaks in, then you can have a bucket. Then you don't just continuously fill the bucket up and be like, oh, we don't want to seal the hole. We just want to let it happen and we're going to use drones. Like, that doesn't make sense. You seal the border, you seal the apartment, and then if someone breaks into a window, it's not like, dude, we're not going to have a fence or a wall. We're just, because someone could break into the window. What? I mean, yeah, that could happen, but you seal and then you protect in every way possible. And then if something happens, you protect yourself, or call the police if you're soft or need help. So, okay, walls do literally work, and then they're like, walls don't, and then you like get further into the argument. So, okay, it's not racist. Walls is the first line of defense. What would you do? And then they'll lie and they'll say, and I just don't like liars. Like, you don't have to like Trump, but don't lie to me. They say, well, I want border security. I just wouldn't do it that way. So it's like, sometimes they say abolish ICE and all illegals should just flow in freely. And they're just like, all right, so you just want no border, no security at all. And sometimes they'll admit that, but then most of the time, like Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, and Democrats on the TV, they know that that is like a psycho, totally anti-American, totally counterproductive strategy. So they won't admit that, even though that's secretly how they feel. They snakily say, no, we want security. Trust me, we want it. More than you do. We want to secure the borders. And then you're like, how will you do that? And they're like, drones, people, ICE agents. And you're like, wait, I thought you wanted to a border patrol, and we'll just put them on the job, and we'll have cameras. And you're like, dude, I know you're lying. I know you're lying. The first line of defense is the wall. Then you could have drones. But if you put a wall, you could save yourself billions upon billions, eventually trillions of dollars. Literally, you can hire 5,000 less people. Like, you're just going to run guys in circles because you don't want to build a wall? Oh, Let's leave 10 miles gaping wide open, and then we'll just have guys running around trying to catch a bunch of people. Why? Just build the wall at this point. And then you break down the argument further. And I've had people admit to me, they said, actually, it's a symbol of hate. It's Trump's symbol of hate. So, okay, so you know it's not racist. You know it actually would work. You don't want it to work. And now you're just admitting that you want to win. It's a symbol for Trump that he won because he did win. And even if he doesn't build the wall, he still won the argument because he's telling the truth and you're lying. And you want to win with a lie just to think that you beat Trump by doing something that doesn't make sense. If that's what the Democratic Party is, if that's what the liberal agenda is, if that's what the progressive agenda is, count me out. Count me out anyway. I'm so counted out. There's no more numbers left. The matrix has already fell. Count me out if that's what it is. You just want to win by lying and losing and weakening our country. If I was a Democrat or a liberal and I was a liar, I would say, you're working with Russia, because now that Russia's in South America and Venezuela and Russia and any country could basically infiltrate through our southern border, it's unfortunately not that hard. I could say, what are you, working with Russia? You don't want to put up but they say, oh, Trump's working with Russia because he wants a border security. Why would a foreign country want us to have a big wall and a bigger military budget? I mean, it's so stupid. And I'm loving it. Because people are waking up. People that never listened to me or didn't really care about Trump are literally being like, dude, I'm going to vote for this guy because I'm so tired. Like, we know that walls do not save lives. Walls end lives. Dude, Beto, you know you're lying, bro. You know you're lying, Rob. You really think that walls end lives and walls don't save lives? It's so ridiculously stupid. It's like beyond ridiculous, and it's great. It's not great, but it's great because they're exposing who they really are. And people from the State of the Union to the 9-month womb abortion, to the women not standing for human trafficking, not standing for babies, not standing for Black and Hispanic unemployment, but they're like, there's a lot of women wearing white in Congress because they're like little spoiled brats who don't believe in the truth. And they're like, yeah, women. Then they're like, Black and Hispanic unemployment. And they're like, it's like, where'd you guys go? I thought you loved Black and Hispanic people. They don't care. They just use Black and Hispanic people because it's convenient now. And when it wasn't convenient, they never said a word. And now they attack people like Trump, who won an award with Muhammad Ali and Rosa Parks in 1984 when it wasn't that cool and trendy. And people like Roseanne, who always loved Black people and always pushed the boundaries with her shows when it wasn't cool. Now all of a sudden they're like, no, look how not racist we are. Look how racist Trump. No, he won an award with Muhammad Ali and Rosa Parks. He employs a lot of Hispanic people. He likes good people. He likes good workers. He likes quality everything. And I feel like the true filter, they say, ooh, it's all the racists going over here and all of the, like, that's what they say the filters. What I've seen is the Trump filter of the Trump shaking it up. You have fringes, and don't get me wrong, there's good people and bad people on all sides, for sure. But I do find that a lot of the world's worst people and a lot of the most corrupt, dishonest, disingenuous, fraudulent, hateful, nasty, negative people are starting to filter on the side of not liking Trump. And of course there's good and bad people on both sides, don't get me wrong. And I know that's controversial to say now. They're like, how dare anomalies say that it rains and the water washes away the dirt? It's like, that bothers me. It's like, yeah, there's good and bad people on every side. And I'll start getting more controversial because I'm listening to the most extreme people, and I don't like extremist, racist, terrible people, but I'm starting to figure out it's actually the liberal media elites with the blue check marks that are by far the most hateful, the most racist, the most illogical. They have no argument whatsoever. They have no facts, no science. Walls don't work. Give me a break, bro. Walls work in every... So now, look what you've done to me. Now I'm anti-abortion. Now, as soon as a baby has a heartbeat, I'm over it. Honestly, I wouldn't care if they overturned Roe versus Wade at this point. I'd be like, good. You've lost your... We give you an inch, abort a baby, abort it after heartbeat, abort it after limbs, like kill the baby, possibly make... Like, nah, I'm over it. Overturn Roe versus Wade. That's fine with me. Now with the wall. I never cared about the wall. I never cared about it during the election. Then I was like, if he builds it, he builds it. If he doesn't, he doesn't. Now they're like, it's racist. It won't work. Walls don't work. Walls kill people. It's like, all right, build the wall. Build the wall, and we can put a little Beto statue in the wall. It'll say, here is Robert Beto O'Rourke, who is 0% Mexican, although millions of people think he's Mexican because he chose a Mexican nickname, which is fine. He's allowed to do, but he's not actually Mexican. That's what the wall will say. We'll put it right on the wall, and then you can figure out if it works or not. And then you could look around your house and look around your apartment building or look around your complex and look in pretty much every room that you walk into for the rest of your life. And you could think every time you walk into the room, be like, do these walls kill people? Or are these walls saving me from rain and weather and, you know, extreme poverty and pretty much everything that is good in this world and that, you know, makes us a stable living space? You could think that every building you walk into, be like, are these walls killing people? No. And then you could figure out you're a liar. And the right wing lies sometimes too. Like I just did a whole unpopular thing yesterday where, anomaly, how dare you say that she told the truth and I want to lie. It's like, you could lie to yourself if you want. That's fine. The right wing could lie to yourself. I just prefer the right wing because they don't want to steal everything from me. Although they could be a little annoying sometimes. And then people say, anomaly, I'm not annoying. Then it doesn't apply to you. I'm not saying you. I'm just trying to be fair that there are really annoying, obnoxious people on the right. But the whole left is a lie. Like every bit of it's a lie. Like, there's nothing there that's even remotely like, their liberalism is now racism and sexism, which I firmly stand against. Their economic policy is horrible. Their healthcare policy is miserable. Their tax policy is disgraceful. Their small business policy is pathetic. There's nothing on the left for me anymore. At least on the right, I can, you know, jab both ways a little bit, say my truth, and everyone loves it. They're like, thank you, Anomaly. Some people don't, but mostly they're like, appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate that you have a brain and you're allowed to disagree with us. On the left, they're like, we don't want your kind here. This is for non-binary, femi, activist, bloggers, huff posters, cat owners, transformative, transgender Qs. We don't want your kind here. And I'm like, I literally am just existing here as a man, a cisgendered man. I'm like, you don't have to make another word, a derogatory word, to tell me I'm a man or a boy that was born a boy or a man. I wasn't born a man. I was probably born a boy. I'm not a girl, not yet a woman. All right, before we sing too much Britney Spears, I'm out. Thank you, guys. God bless you. God bless America. God bless your family. And God bless the world. If you don't do anything, sign up to my free email list. If you don't do anything else, subscribe to me on YouTube. Thank you for supporting. And just know that likes, shares, just being here, watching, literally, even if you watch me for 5 seconds, that's more than enough support. I'm blessed. I'm grateful. And I'm very fortunate. So I'm good. People are like, Anomaly, I'm doing hard this month. I'm going to take out a loan and give you $5. I'm like, save it. Buy yourself, you know, like a salad. I mean, you don't have to buy a salad. You could buy something else. Buy yourself. I had an acai bowl this morning. Woo! Buy yourself one of those. That's why I'm so lit off the acai. It's not drugs. It's literally fruit. All right. Have a good day, guys. I'll be back.